everyone. Welcome back to video number 2. I wonder how you liked video number 1. Feel free to send me an email and let me know. And if you were able to try the body scan. I got an email from some of you that you tried it and liked it, and I got emails saying some people tried it with their kids, so that's awesome. Today, like every time I do a video, I'll do a little bit of a lesson and then we'll do a bit of the practice. So, I don't know if some of you know, some of you do, some of you don't, but I'm a master of stress in every sense. But I'm a master of stress because I actually did my master's thesis in a topic called Psychoneuroimmunology. What that means is I study the connection between this up here and this. So the mind-body connection. So some of the stuff that I'm going to teach you is from the research that I did at that time. And that's how I kind of got into mindfulness. So what I'd like to talk about is I'd like to actually do the didactic portion, and that part is going to be teaching you something, and that's actually teaching you something about COVID-19. Yes, I'm a teacher today. This is what the graph of COVID-19 looks like. So we're all talking about this graph. No one likes this curve. Everyone wants to change the curve. And actually, this applies in mindfulness. This is actually the exact same curve that we use in mindfulness. And what that is this is our emotional state. And what's important is there's something in the middle of this graph called the window of tolerance. This is talked a lot about in mindfulness. The window of tolerance is where we want our emotions to be. We want to go up and down in this window and try to have little episodes of shooting out of the window, up, or out of the window, down. So what that means is, if we look at another one, yes, I did lots of arts and crafts. What I want to show you is when we shoot out of this zone or window of tolerance, we shoot up into hypoarousal. This is where I hang out. I shoot out of space into outer space, and I hang out in this area. You all know how this feels. Most of us are hanging out in this region. It's so zingy. It's the constant checking of the phone. It's the overworking. It's the brain buzzing. And a lot of us are hanging out in this state right now. We're panicked. We're feared. We're out of the zone. Some of us also fall below this zone of tolerance or window of tolerance into what's called hypoarousal. This is that kind of numb feeling where we don't want to get out of bed, where we just can't get ourselves moving, and that's also not a great feeling. So the idea of staying within the zone of tolerance or the window of tolerance is to flatten the curve. Everyone's talking about flatten the curve. We're going to flatten the curve. And the way mindfulness teaches us to flatten the curve is to try and have a curve that stays within the window of or zone of tolerance. That means our emotions can go up and down, but in a regulated way where we don't shoot right out of the window or right down. So the way mindfulness teaches that is by using all the different exercises that we've been doing and we will continue to do. So one of those exercises was the body scan. Anything that brings us back into our body, into a grounded feeling, is mindfulness. And no topic of mindfulness is complete without talking about breathing. Breathing is so important. Now, you're all breathing, and you're breathing just fine because you're here. You're obviously here, and you're breathing. So the breathing part is really important because it helps us to ground, and it triggers the calm nervous system, which is called the parasympathetic nervous system. So when we're hyper-aroused, that's the sympathetic nervous system. When we want to calm the system down, that's parasympathetic. Breathing is an awesome way to trigger the parasympathetic or the calming nervous system. The way we're going to do the exercise to finish off is we're going to do breathing, but we're going to breathe with our hand. So everything these days is about our hands. I guess our hands are crime for committing the COVID crime or whatever of transmitting disease, and we've been washing our hands for 20 seconds. Let's use our hands to learn how to breathe. You're going to use one hand, and you're going to use the index finger of your other hand. And what we're going to do is we're going to trace our fingers, and that's going to teach us how to inhale and exhale. So what we're going to do is I'll just quickly show you. You inhale on the up, exhale on the down. Inhale up, exhale down. Now let's actually practice this together. Going to inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. We're going to repeat this again. This time the challenge is just to slow the inhale up and exhale down. So whatever rate you were doing it at, and that might be very different than the rate that I was doing it at, just do it a little slower. So inhale up. Exhale down. 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 That's how to use your hand to learn how to breathe. So join me tomorrow again, where we'll do another little mindfulness tool. And please feel free to share this with any of your friends, family, and colleagues, and whoever you think would benefit from it. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.